Okay, welcome one and all. So, in this lecture, I will discuss the topic of average and further some of the tricks and tips. Okay, so basically, this lecture this is for the series of analytical skills. Okay, so here we know that suppose we have n values, then its average it is given by the sum of the values or observations divided by the number of observations. Okay, so average of n values or n observations. Okay, it is the sum of observations divided by the number of observations. For example, suppose I have three students, say S1, S2, S3. Okay, so their marks are say 30, 40, 50. Okay, suppose these marks are out of say 100. Okay, then their average marks, the average marks of these three students will be 30 plus 40 plus 50 and divide by 30. Oh, sorry, 3 divide by the number of these students. So basically this is 120 divided by 3. So this is 40. Okay, means the average marks of these three students it is 40. Okay, so in a certain sense we can assume that all these three students they have marks 40. Please mind, in a certain sense means here we are saying that 40 is the average marks of all the students means in a certain sense we can assume that all these students means each student it has 40 marks. Actually, what is the meaning of average? Meaning of average is equally distributed. Okay, or distributed equally. Equally distributed. Okay, means here in this example, we can assume, in this example, we can assume that all the three students, they have been equally distributed the marks 40. Okay, but it doesn't mean that all the students have exactly 40 marks. Yeah, obviously their individual marks are different. For first student, the marks are 30, for second student, it is 40, and for third student, it is 50. But yes, we can assume that all students have been equally distributed 40 marks. All the three students, they have been equally distributed 40 marks. Okay. So now we have some basic formulae. So here we have sum of first, actually not sum, rather first n natural numbers. So its sum, it is given by this formula. So obviously the average of first n natural numbers, the average of first n natural numbers, it will be given by this formula. Say if someone asks us that what is the average of first say 70 natural numbers, the sum of first 70 natural or average, basically average of first 70 natural numbers means 1 2 3 going on up to 70. Then the sum of first 70 natural numbers it is given by 70 into 71 by 2 because n here it is 70. Okay, so it is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so this is the sum. Okay, and if we have to calculate the average, then obviously this sum, which is 70 into 70 divided by 2, this sum, it has to be further divided by the number, which is 70. It has to be further divided by 70, the number. Okay, so obviously this cancels out. Okay, so remaining we have 71 divided by 2. So means it will be 35.5. Okay, so this is the average of the first 70 natural numbers. So naturally, the sum is this, sum of the n natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. And when we will calculate, obviously we have to divide by n. So when this expression divided by n, it will leave n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so the average of first n natural numbers, it is n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay. The average, rather, the sum of first n odd numbers, it is given by actually n square. And obviously, when we will calculate the average of first n odd numbers, then n square divided by n. The sum divided by the number that will give us n. So example is this, that what is the average of say first, even once again, of say first 70 odd natural numbers. First 70 odd natural numbers. So actually the answer will be simply 70. It will be simply 70. Okay. Basically, the first 70 odd natural numbers, what we mean to say that first one, okay, one, then three, then five, going on. Okay, so this is the actually first odd number, odd natural number. This is the second, this is the third. Actually, the 70th, this one, the last odd natural number here, it will be 2 into 70 minus 1. This will be the number. So basically this will be 140 minus 1, that will be 139. Okay, it will be 139. Okay. Then the sum of first n even numbers, it is given by n into n plus 1. Then obviously average will be n plus 1 because this sum again divided by n. So here we have the first n natural numbers square. Actually, this expression, this is the sum of squares of first n natural numbers. So, for example, if someone asks us that what is the average of squares of first, say 70 natural numbers, 70 natural numbers. So 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, going on up to 70 square. Then here for that, this is the formula you can see. So here n is nothing but 70. Okay. So it will be 70 plus 1, n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 means 2n means 2 into 70, that is 140 plus 1 and divide by 6. So this will be 71 into 141 divided by 6. So this will be the average. Okay. Actually, this is the sum of the squares of n natural numbers means 1 square plus 2 square, 1 square plus 2 square, 3 square, going on up to 70 square. Okay. So this is basically n is 70, 70 plus 1. Okay, then 2 into 70 plus 1 means 141. And this expression further divided by 6. This expression further divided by 6. So this is basically the sum. And when we will calculate the average, okay, the average of the squares of 70 natural numbers, then obviously we have to divide this sum we have to divide by 70, so we will have only this number. So now 71 into 41 divided by 6, so we can further have this actually this will go off here, so 6 with the yeah, here 2 sorry 3 to 6, and here it will be 12 and 21 71, sorry 47. And now we have to multiply 41 and 7 to 47 and then divided by 2. Okay. So even here 71, if I multiply by 47, then yeah, we can have a shortcut also, that if I multiply these two, so 7 into 1 is 7. Then actually these two will be multiplied and these two will be multiplied. Okay, means 7 into 7, 49 plus 4 means 53. Okay, so 53. And here I should write in this way that 5 will be the carryover. Then 7 into 4, 28. Okay, so now first I will write 7, then I will write 3. Then this 5 and 28, this will give us 33. Okay, so this will be the product. Okay, so means we will have 3337 divided by 2. Okay, so further we need in decimal, so it will be 2 ones the 2, so 13, it will be 12, then again it will be 6, 7, then it will be 8, and lastly it will be 5. So this will be the average of the squares of 70 natural numbers. So this is the average 1,666 means 1,068.5. This is the average of the squares of 70 natural numbers, means average of these numbers. So basically here I was discussing this thing that how we can multiply 71 and 47. This is just the we can say easier way. So one first we will I have multiplied the unit digits. So 7 into 1 7. Then I had multiplied these digits, means 7 into 7, that gave us 49. Then these digits, okay, means 4. So this was 53. So for that 3 I had written here and 5 for the carryover. And then lastly 7 into 4 28. Okay. So now the product of 71 and 47, it will be 7, then 3. We will start from here, means unit digit, then 10 digit, then this 5 and this 28. This will give us 3337. Okay. And then this 3337 divided by 2, it gave us this one. Okay. So now there is another remark here that if our numbers are in AP, means arithmetic progression, then the sum is basically given by n, means number of terms, into first term plus last term divided by 2. Then obviously the average will be given by this formula, that first term plus last term divided by 2. Obviously this n will be cancelled because when we, to have the average, when we divide the sum by n, so n will be cancelled out. So here, for example, say if someone asks us that what is the average of a certain AP, okay, then AP, then that will be nothing but the first term, okay, the first term plus the last term and divided by 2, okay. Oh, sorry, first term plus last term here, not, please mind, it is last term, okay. So now we will see some questions based upon these results. But before that, there is a remark, this remark that if the terms are consecutive or they are in AP, arithmetic progression, if they are in arithmetic progression, then the average is always the middle term. Okay. So this remark, but here there is further remark that how to calculate the middle term, how to calculate the middle term. So for that, suppose if we have say odd number of terms in our means the given the terms, these are odd. If these are odd in number, then there will be only one middle term. Say first term T1, T2, T3, going on up to Tn. Then there will be only one middle term. Okay, and that will be actually nothing but the n plus 1 by 2th term. This will be the middle term, and this will be the nothing but the average. Okay, means the average of these, it will be nothing but this term. Okay, so example, say we have say T1, T2, say T3, T4, T5. I have only 5 terms. Now these 5 terms, either they are consecutive, they are either consecutive or consecutive. Okay, consecutive means say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, they are either consecutive or they are in AP, arithmetic progression. Okay, for example, say 13, 13 plus 3, 16, 16 plus 3, 19, 19 plus 3, 22, 22 plus 3, 25. Okay, so these are the two cases that if the terms, these 5 odd terms, either they are consecutive or they are in AP. Okay, so here they are in AP, arithmetic progression, and here they are consecutive. So here, if these terms are consecutive, then what will be the average? Average will be this term, T3. Okay, whether actually they are consecutive or even they are AP, then this term. So here this term T3, actually how I have calculated this T3, actually this is nothing but 5 plus 1 by 2, because here n is 5, n is 5. Okay. So in this case, the 4 will be the average, okay, average of these five numbers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 19 will be the average, okay. And this we can verify also. Actually, you take any of these. So whether this and this, they both are in AP. So here first term 2 plus 6, 8. Okay, so first term plus the last term divided by 2. Okay, and that will be nothing but 4. Or even here, okay, even here, the first term is 13 and last term is 25. Okay, and then divide by 2. So this is basically 538 38 divided by 2, and that's the 19. Okay. So this is the case if our terms are odd, they are odd in number. Okay. Then our middle, there will be only one middle term, that will be n plus 1 divided by 2. This will be the only middle term. But by chance, if our numbers are even, then there will be two middle terms. First, m1, actually that will be nothing but t n by 2, means n by 2th term. And what will be the second middle term? It will be n by 2 plus 1. Okay, the two middle terms. So what will be average now? So now in this case, if number of terms is even, then there will be two middle terms. Then in this case, what will be the average? Average will be the further average of these two terms. It will be the further average of these two terms. Just an example, suppose I have T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, and T6. Okay. Suppose I have six terms, then there are two middle terms, these two. Okay, T3 and T4. So what is the T3 term? Actually, it is nothing but T6 by 2. And what is T4? Actually, it is nothing but T6 by 2 plus 1. Okay. So here these two terms will be the middle term. And further the average, it will be the average of these two terms, means sum of these two terms. Okay. That divided by 2. And now for this, the example, we may take up the example just like the previous. For example, suppose 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are the six consecutive numbers, or 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, and 28. So the either the average of the average of these terms which are in AP, or the average of these terms which are consecutive terms. Okay. So in both cases, you can very well see that these two terms, means here 4 and 5, they are the two middle terms, and here 19 and 22, they are the middle terms. So for this series, what will be the average? Average will be 4 plus 5 divided by 2, that is 4.5. Okay. And this we can verify from the another formula, that this is 2, 2 plus 7, that is 9. 2 plus 7 divided by 2, again it is 4.5. Because even the lower series, it is also an AP. This is also an AP because it's the common difference is 1. Okay, and for the above one, the average will be nothing but 19 plus 22 divided by 2. So which will be basically 9, 9 to 11 to 41, means it will be 20.5. Okay, and once again, this we can verify from the formula, that 13 first term plus last term, 13 plus 28 divided by 2. So even it will again give us 41 by 2, which is again 20.5. Okay. So that's why if the terms are consecutive or they are in AP, then the average is always the middle term. And here is the formula to calculate the middle term. Particularly this formula, this is more useful if our number of terms are large. For example, say there are 240 terms, there are 241 terms. Means if the number of terms are large, then this formula will be good. Okay. Otherwise, if the number of terms are smaller enough, then we can find out the middle term merely by the inspection. Okay. So now we have to find the average of all even numbers up to 100. Okay. So actually even numbers start from 2, 4, then going on up to 100. Okay. So once again, this is in AP. So here 2 first term plus the last term divide by 2. Okay, so this will be actually 102 divided, actually it will be 51. Okay, so this is one way to calculate the average of all even numbers up to 100. Otherwise, we had just discussed in the starting that the average of all even numbers up to, actually the up to n means the first n even numbers. Okay, so actually if you calculate here, this is the first even number, second even number, then 6 will be the third even number. I repeat that this is the first even number, second even number, third even number. So this is the 50th. This is the 50th even number. So these are actually first 50 even numbers, and the sum of first 50 even numbers is 51. Okay. But the better formula is this one. Okay. So just write the first even number 2, 4, 6, and up to 100, and apply the formula that first term 2 plus the last term divided by 2, because it is an AP. Now here, this question I have already discussed that this is actually basically AP. So its average will be nothing but either you write the average of these two terms, the two middle terms, or you write that this is 13 plus 28 divided by 2. So answer will be same. And if the average of five consecutive numbers is 21, find the largest number. So once again, since the numbers are five and this is the average, means this must be the middle term. Okay, the middle term of the five terms. This 21, it must be the middle term. So this is 21, the middle term. And here we will have 22, and here we will have 23. And this side we will have 20, and then we will have 19. Okay. So I had just discussed that if number of terms is odd, so you can see that n is 5, which is odd, then there will be only one middle term. What will be that middle term? It will be 5 plus 1 divided by 2, means third term. Means this 21, it will be the third term. Okay. So means two terms to its right side and two terms to its left side. So since it is the middle term, then the largest number will be 23, the smallest number will be 19. Okay. And moreover, they are consecutive. Okay, so that's why we have this series. Now, if the average of five consecutive odd numbers, it is 25. Once again, this 25, it will be the third term of these five terms. Okay, the five numbers. Okay, so means 25 will be the third term, middle term. Okay, then it will be 27, then it will be 29. And obviously this side it will be 23 and this side it will be 21. Means these will be our numbers. 21, 23, 25. Okay. And what is the smallest number? Smallest number will be 21. And find the average of first 100 natural numbers. This we have already done, that it will be n plus n is 100 plus 1 divided by 2, means it will be 101 by 2. Okay, so this will come out to be 50.5. Okay. Now, the average of first 100 whole numbers, please mind, actually 0, 1, 2, up to 99. Okay, so here, first 100 whole numbers, average of first 100 whole numbers, not the average of whole numbers up to 100. Okay, so actually from 1 to 99, there are 99 whole numbers, and then this is 0. This is one more whole number. So the average will be 0, first term plus last term divided by 2. So basically it will be 49.5. Okay, please mind here the average of first 100 whole numbers, not the average of whole numbers up to, okay, up to 100. And by chance, if the question is this, that find the average of whole numbers, the whole numbers up to 100, up to 100, okay, then obviously our numbers would have been 0, 1, 2 up to 100. Then it would have been up to 100. And then this will be the last term 100 plus this is the first term, means 0, 0 plus 100 divided by 2. Okay. So I write here, then actually it will be 50. Please mind. So 0 first term plus the last term divided by 2 means then it will be 50 if the average of whole numbers up to 100 is asked. Okay. Now, the average of first 10 even numbers. Actually, answer we can directly write, it will be 11. Okay. Why? Because we had just discussed that the average of first n even numbers, the average of first n even numbers is n plus 1. Okay. So one may go by that way also. Otherwise, 2, 4, 6 up to it will be 20. Means our first 10 even numbers, they are starting from 2 up to 20. How? This is the first even number. This is the second even number, third even number. This will be the 10th even number. So once again, first term 2 plus last term 20 divided by 2. So this is 22 by 2. Once again, it is 11. Okay. So one can go by any way in which he or she feels comfortable. Okay. So here we have to find the average of first 17 multiples of 5. So 5, then it will be 10, then it will be 15 and going on up to 85. So this is the first multiple of 5. This is the second multiple, third, up to the 17th multiple of 5. So once again, this is in AP. You can very well see. So first term, 5 plus last term and divide by 2. So this is 90 divided by 2, which is nothing but 45. So 45 is the average of the first 17 multiples of 5. So now the average of four consecutive even numbers A, B, C, D, the numbers are there and their average is given to be 55. Okay. Then what is the product of A and C? Actually, this 55, actually it will be in the middle of B and C, obviously, because here B and C, these are the two middle terms. Okay. And this 55, nothing, it will be the average of B and C. Means 55, it is the middle term, means the average of B and C. So that's why B will be 54 and C will be 56. Please mind. Means this will be our B, this will be our C. Then what will be our the D? D will be 58 and what will be A? A will be nothing but 52. Okay. So these are our numbers because these are consecutive even numbers. The approach is simple that 55, it will be the average of B and C. So since it is the average, means to one side it will be 54, another side it will be 56. And now we have to find the product of A and C, 52 and 56. So product of 52 and 56. So even this one, 6 twos are 12. So 2 and 1 will be the carryover. Then 5 into 6, 30. And then 2 plus 5, 2 into 5, 10 means it will be 40. So I will write 0 and 4 for the carryover. Then 5 into 5, it will be 25. So 2. And then this one and this 40. Okay, it will be 41. This 1 and this 40, 41 means 4 is the carryover. 25 plus 4, it will be 2912. Okay, so this option is correct. Now, the average of four consecutive odd numbers, this is 106. So it means once again, 106, it will be the middle of B and C. Means Middle or average means 105 on will be on this side and 107 will be on the this side of 106. And obviously 109 will be here and 103 will be here. Means these are our four consecutive odd numbers. A, B means this is A, this is B. Okay. This will be C and this will be D. Okay. Then what is the third number in the ascending order? So obviously the third number in ascending order is 107. So once again, please mind that if number of terms are large and we have even number of terms, okay, T1, T2, Tn. And if n is even, we have even number of terms, then our average, the average of these n terms, it will be given by the first middle term plus the second middle term and divide by 2. So what will be the first middle term? First middle term will be Tn by 2 means n by 2th term. N by 2th term will be the first middle term. And what will be the second middle term? It will be nothing but T, the n by 2 plus 1. For example, suppose n is 240. We have 240 terms. Then the one then, 240 divided by 2, 240 divided by 2 means 120. The 120th term will be the first middle term. Then obviously 120 plus 1 means 121. This will be the second middle term. And average will be nothing but the average of these two means the 120th term and 121st term. Okay. And if n is odd, so if n is odd, means we have odd number of terms. For example, suppose we have 240 terms, n is 241 terms, then average will be the single middle term. There we will have, we will, in this case, we will have only single middle term. And what will be this single middle term? It will be nothing but n plus 1 divided by 2. Means if it is 241 terms, then our average will be the 241 plus 1 divided by 2 means it will be 242 divided by 2 means 121 term. Okay, means this term will be the average term. Okay. So here, this is the next portion that the average of five positive integers is 55.8. The average of first two integers is 40 and the fourth and fifth integer it is 69.5. Then find the third integer. So here, if we go by the basic method, then the sum of the five integers, the five positive integers, we will have that. That will be nothing but 5 into 55.8. Why? Because 55.8, this average, it is the sum, okay, the sum of the five, S5. S5 means the sum of the five positive integers divided by their number. 5. So what is this S5? Okay, this S5, okay, it is nothing but 55.8 into 5. Then the sum of the first two integers, okay, that will be by the same way 2 into 40 because the first two integers, their average is 40. So this 40, it will be the sum of first two, okay, and divide by 2. So if I denote it by S2, and the sum of the third and fourth integer, last two integers. So the sum of 3 and 4, sum of 3 and 4, it will be just like the sum of last two. The last two, it will be nothing but 2 into 69.5. Okay. So what will be the third integer? So the third integer, okay, it will be nothing but S5 minus S2 and minus this S34. Okay. Why? Because this S5, it is nothing but the sum of first two plus the third integer here. Okay. The third integer. Okay. And plus this sum, the sum of the last two. Sorry. Please wait. Here it should be the sum of fourth and fifth. Wait, even here. So 4, 5, 4 and 5. So even here 4, 5. Okay, and divide by this 5. So here the third integer, it will be the total sum minus these two sums. Okay. So these further we can calculate. Okay. But here the calculations will be bit lengthy. So we have a now shortcut technique, tips or tricks. So here the way is that I will write 2 here, the first two terms, and their average is 40. Okay. Then I will write the third term. Okay. So I denote it by T3. Okay. And this term is unknown X. And then the last two terms. Okay. The last two terms. For the last two terms, I am again writing 2. So these are first two. Okay, first two terms, and these are last two terms, the last two terms, and their average is 69.5. Okay, and their total average, it is 55.8. The total average is 55.8. Now, this method, which I am going to discuss now, the shortcut technique, it goes by the name of deviation method. It goes by the name of deviation method. And actually, this method is important. So one must listen to this method very carefully. Okay, because this method, it is used in many questions. Okay. So we have actually total 5 terms whose average is 55.8. Okay. The first two terms, their average is 40. The last two terms, their average is 69. We have to find the third term, single term. Actually, this T3, it is the single term 1. Okay, it is the single term 1. Now, this can be taken as a practical case. Suppose there are 5 friends. Okay, the 5 friends, they are going for to watch a movie, and 55.8, this is the average, actually the cost of single ticket. This 55, this is the cost of single movie ticket. Okay, the single ticket. Okay, it means each of the 5 friends, they must have this much money, 55.8. They must have this much money. But by chance, the first two friends, they have this average money, 40. The first two friends, they have this average money 40. Means in total, these two friends, the two friends, they have total 80 rupees, because 40 into 2, 80. And these two friends, okay, the friend number 4 and 5, they have this average money, okay, 69.5. So what is the total money with the last two friends? It is 2 into 69.5. And so we have to find that the third friend, means this single friend, how much money it should have. The third friend should have how much money X, so that they are able to pay this much, 55.8 for each ticket. They are able to pay 55.8 for each ticket, so that they can watch the movie. Now, if we see carefully, for this 40, the difference of this 40, deviation of this 40 from this 55.8, actually this is 15.8. Okay, means 55.8 minus 40. So this is the difference. Now this difference, obviously, this is for two friends. Means the first two friends, they are falling short of, they are falling short of this much money. That's why I have put a negative sign. The first two friends, they have this much money less, this much money less than the 55.8. And the last two friends, they have something over money. Over money means they have more money. And what is that more money? It is 69.5 minus 55.8. Okay. What is that? It is 7. So 15.8 and this 8.3 and this 13.7 means they have this much more money, and this money, it is for the two friends. Okay. Means the last two friends, the friend number 4 and 5, they have this much surplus money, and the first two friends, they have this much less money. I repeat, the last two friends, the friend number 4 and 5, they have this much more money. Okay. And the first two friends, they have this much less money. So in total, what is the difference of the money? So means difference of the money which is required. So if we multiply these two, so it will give us 16 and 30, 31 minus, and then this, it will give us 27.4. So this will be, if you calculate, it will be minus 4.2. So 6, 4, 2 and 30, yes. So means what four friends? The first two friends and the last two friends. The first two and last two, they have this much money short. Short than what? Short than this 55.8. Okay. So this minus 4.2, it must be compensated by the third friend. The third friend. Means this third friend, this friend, it should have 55.8 for his own ticket. This third friend, it should have this person, this third friend, he should have this much 55.8 for his own ticket, plus he must have this 4.2 also. This 4.2. Actually, this 4.2 divided by 1. Why divided 1? Because it is only one person. Means this third friend, it should have 55.8 plus 4.2 divided by 1, because this 4.2, okay, the less money, it is to be spent by the one person, that is the third person. Means this T3, it must have 55.8 plus 4.2, means 8 to the 6, and it will be 60 rupees. This much have, this he must have 60 rupees. He must bring 60 rupees. Only then the five friends will be able to see the movie. Okay. So the five terms, their average was 55.8. The first two terms, their average is 40. And the last two terms, their average was 69.5. And we have to find the value of the third term. So 40, what is the deviation of this 40 from 55.8? The deviation is 15.8. And this deviation, it is for how many terms? Two terms. So multiplied by 2. Okay. And obviously, since it is less, means here it should be minus. Okay. And the last two, their average is 69.5. How much it is more than this 55.8? That is 13.7. 13.7 more. And it is more for how many? Two terms. It is into 2. So what is the total deviation at present for the four terms? Means first two and last two. The total deviation, it is actually minus 31.6, and here it is 27.4. So the total deviation is minus 4.2. Okay. So this 4.2, since it is minus, okay. So this 4.2, it will be compensated by whom? This negative 4.2, it will be compensated. Okay. It will be compensated by this third term. So means this third term, x, this third term, x, okay, this must have 55.8, okay, and it must have something else, that is 4.2 divided by 1. 4.2, because this 4.2, it is only to be shared by one person, the third person. Means this, it should have 60. Means the third term must be 60. Okay. Now here, the average salary of 25 employees in a company per month is 6,000. And if the manager's salary is also added, then the average salary increased by 500. What would be the salary of the manager? Even this question, actually, any question in analytical skills, it can be solved by multiple ways. So here, this question, it can be solved by the basic method. Okay. So for the basic method, actually, the average salary of 25, it is 6,000. So the we can say the original sum, OS, it stands for OS. It is original sum. It will be 25 into 6,000. Okay. And what will be the new sum? NS. Okay. Please wait. Let me make it more clear. So OS, this is original sum, this is new sum. So new sum will be actually 26 into 6,500. Okay. So this one, now the difference between these two, NS minus OS, this will be the salary of the manager. Okay. So this we can solve by this way, but by the deviation way. So 25 I will write here, and their average salary is 6,000. And I will write one here. One, this one, it is manager. This one is the manager. Please wait. The manager, and its salary is unknown. Okay. And the overall is 6,500. The overall is 6,500 because it is increased by 500. Now, this 6,000, what is its deviation from 500? Oh, sorry, from 6,500. It is 500. And this 500, it is for the 25 persons. And moreover, since it is less, so we will put a negative sign. Okay. So now if we calculate this, it will come out to be minus 12,500. This will come out to be this. Now this less minus 12,500 means 12,500, which is negative, which is less. It must be compensated by this single person, the manager. Okay, this minus 12,500, it must be compensated by this manager. So what should be the salary of this manager so that the average salary is 6,500? So the salary of this manager, it must be 6,500. This much salary it should have, the manager must have, plus something more. What is that more? It is nothing but 12,500 and divide by 1. Okay, because this minus, which is less for this 25, it must be compensated by the salary of the manager. Okay, and since manager, there is only one manager, manager means this 12,500, it is to be divided by, it is to be compensated by only 1. Okay, so what will be X here? One can very well see the X will come out to be 19,000 because 5, 5, 10. Okay, 19,000. So here this will be the answer. Okay. So there are many other ways. So whatever way one is comfortable, he can follow that. Now here, the average wages of a worker during fortnight comprising 15 consecutive working days. Fortnight means 15 days. Okay, the fortnight means the 15 consecutive days. And this average is 90. During the first 7 days, the average salary was 87, and the average wages during the last 7 days, it is 92. So what was his way on the wage on eighth day? Okay, for this worker. So once again, for the first 7 days, the average salary was 87. And for the last 7 days, the average salary was 92. And obviously, we are interested in this one. Actually, this one, it is the eighth day. This one is the single eighth day. And on the total, the average was 90. Okay, the average wages was 90. Now, for the 7 days, first 7 days, what is the deviation or difference? It is 3. And this 3, it is for all the 7 days, means 7 into 3, 21. And since it is less, so I will put a negative sign. And for these 7 days, the average is 92, so which is greater than this 90 by 2. And this, since it is for 7, means I will multiply by 7 and it will be plus, okay, because it is more, surplus. Okay, so this is minus 21 plus 14 means minus 7. So what's the meaning? That the 14 days, these 7 days and these 7 days, these 7 and 7. For these 14 days, minus 7 is less. Okay, means these 14 days, they have minus 7 less than 90. Okay, these 14 days, they have minus 7. These 14 days, they have minus 7 less than 90. So obviously this minus 7, it will be compensated by whom? It will be compensated by the eighth day. So for eighth day, let X be the wages. So X, this must have 90, obviously, and plus this 7 divided by 1. Because this 7, which is going to be compensated, it is going to be compensated by only 1. Okay, so 7 divided by 1. So what must be X? It must be 97. Means the wage of the worker on the eighth day, it must be 97. So here, the arithmetic mean of scores of a group of students in a test was 52. The brightest 20% of them scored a mean score of 80 and the dullest scored 31. The mean of the remaining 55%. So here, the top 20%, their average is 80 and the dullest 25, it is 31. And obviously, we have to calculate for the remaining 55. Let it be x, the x be the average. And what is the total average? The total average is 52. Now here, this one actually this is the ratio of the students. Okay, and this ratio actually we can bring it down. Actually, we can have write 4 here. Okay, 5, 4, and then it is 11, and then it is 5. Okay, so to have the easier calculation, I am cancelling out the common factor among the number of students. Okay, this 20, 55, 25. This is the ratio in the number of students whose average is this. Okay. Now, for these four students, what's the difference here? The deviation or difference? It is 32. No, it is 28. Okay, and since it is 28 and it is for 4 and it is over, means it will be plus. And for these 5, what's the deviation here? It is 21. And 21 for how many students? 5 students. And it is less, so it will be negative. So what is the in total deviation? The total deviation, it is 112 because 28 into 4. And this, it is 105, means 7. What means to say that the top 20% and the dullest 25%, they have 7 surplus. They have 7 surplus. Okay. So this, the 11 students, they must have this 7 less as compared to 52. I repeat, the top 20% and this lowest, the dullest 25%, they have surplus 7 as compared to 52. They have surplus 7 as compared to 52. So these 11, they must have 7 less as compared to 52. These 11, they must have less, okay, 7. So what is this x, the average marks of these 55 or 11 students? It must be actually 55, no, sorry, 52 minus 7 divided by 11. Okay, I repeat, why it is minus here? Because the top 20% and the lowest 25%, they were having plus 7, means more. Okay, over. So obviously this one means this x means these 11 students, they must have less than less. Okay, so that's why it should be minus. And 52 minus 7, and this 7, obviously it is to be distributed among all the 11s. It is to be distributed among all the 11 students. So now this 52 minus 7 by 11, if you see, it is actually 0.6. The 0.6, we will go only up to first decimal place. Okay, because 7 divided by 11 is 0.6 and it is 51.4%. So here is the answer. One thing here, by chance, if the answer is in 2 decimal place, if it is in the 2 decimal place, then correct answer would be 51.37%. Why so? Actually, 7 by 11, this we can write that it is 63 by 99. This we can write 63 by 99 multiplied by 9. Now, this 63 divided by 99, without dividing, it will be nothing, 0.63, 63 going on. Okay, so 63 divided by 99, it will be nothing but 0.63 going on. So in this case, what will be x? It will be 52 minus 0.63. Okay, or this one, and here the answer will be 51.37. Actually, I am not rounding off here. Okay, yeah, if you are rounding off, then it will be 64. Then obviously it will be here, it will be 66 here. Okay, So this is just a technique for the calculations. Okay. Actually, in the previous question, I had used a certain remark. For example, what is that remark? Suppose we have a single digit 7. Say here it is 7. Single digit divided by 9. A single digit divided by 9. That its decimal will be means the division will be nothing but 0.7777 going on. Means a single digit k divided by 9, it will be point k k k k k. Similarly, if I have say 6 divided by 9, actually this is nothing but 2 by 3. Okay, so 6 divided by 9 as by the formula it will be 0.666 going on. And if we have two digits, as I just discussed, that 63 divided by 99, it will be 0.63, 0.63, 63 going on. And if it is 34 divided by 9, it is this one. And by chance, if we have three digits divided by 3, 9, then its decimal will be decimal representation. It will be 0.748, 748, 748 going on. The explanation is easy. So actually here, let x be equal to this 0.343434. We will multiply both side by 100, so that will become 34 point this. Okay, and now when we subtract, means subtract the top equation from this one, so we will get 99x this side and this 34, so that's why x is 34 by 99, means this thing which is equal to x, and this x, this comes out to be 34 by 99. So that's why 34 by 99 is equal to this. Similarly, for to drive this one, we will assume let this be equal to x. Let this be equal to x. We will multiply both sides by 10 and then subtract. Okay. Similarly, in order to drive this, we will assume let it be x. Then we will means this thing be x. This thing be x. Then multiply both sides by 1000. Okay. So obviously, what will be 1000x? That will be nothing but 7748 point this. Then again this going on. And obviously, what is our x? X is nothing but this thing. So when we subtract, then obviously we have 748. Okay. So obviously x will be nothing but 748 divided by this triple line. Means this x, it is nothing but 748 divided by triple nine. Okay. So this remark I had used in the previous question. So here in our college, 16 girls have the average age as 18 years and 14 boys have the average as 17 years. What would be the average of the entire college? Entire college means the average age of 16 girls plus 14 boys means total 30 students. The average age of 30 students. So for this, there is a formula that is the goes by the weighted average. So the weighted average. Okay. So this will be nothing but N1 W1 plus N2 W2 divided by N1 plus N2. So here, what is N1? N1 is 16. Okay. And what is the W1? The average of these 16. Okay. So it will be 16 into 18 plus then what is N2? N2 is 14 and their average is 17 and divide by 16 plus 40. So we can calculate by this way also that this is weighted average means the average of N1 is W1, average of N2 is W2 and this is the average of total N1 plus N2. Now, there is a shortcut also. First, we will write our number 16 and then here it is 14 means 16 girls and 14 boys. The 16 girls, their average is 18 and 14 boys, their average is 17. So here, this is the ratio between, we can write this is just like a ratio between number of girls and number of boys. And further, we can cut down this ratio. Here I can write 8 and here I can write 7. 8 ratio 7. Just to ease our calculations. Okay. Now, we can find this one in the way that it is. So here there is another way that here we write 16 and 14, the number of girls and boys and their respective averages. Now to ease our calculations, here 16 and 14 we can cancel out the common factor. So means the number of girls and boys, they are in this ratio, 8:7. Now the required average, it will be nothing but this 8 into 18, means this 8 multiplied by 18, then plus this 7 multiplied by 17 and divide by obviously 8 plus 7. So this 8 into 18, it will give us 144. 7 into 17, 199, 119, and here it is 15. So this will be actually 263 divided by 15, and 263 divided by 15. If I'm not wrong, it will be 17.53333. So the closest answer is this one. So here 40% of the employees in a factory are workers. All the remaining employees are executive. Means 40% they are workers, and what about the remaining 60? They are executives. They are executive. Okay, and the annual income of each one, it is 390 each worker, and annual income of each executive is 420. What's the average annual income of the total employees? Okay. So once again, we have to go by the same formula. So here, for this one, between the numbers, these 40 and 60, I will have a ratio, and ratio is of 2:3. Means I can cancel out the factor of 20. So 20 I can cancel out. So what is the required answer? Means this average, it will be nothing but this 2 into 390, this 2 into 390 plus this 3 into 420 and divide by 2 plus 3. Okay. Now one can very well see that this is making our calculations but a bit easier. Okay. Otherwise we will be dealing with 40 and 60. Now we are having only these. Okay. So here now we will have 780, and here it will be 1260, and here it will be 5 only. So 29, yeah. And now it is 0, it is 14, and it is 20, 20 by 5. So here, how to divide a number by 5? Just multiply the this, actually this 240. Actually this we can write 2 by 10. Actually, this 5 we can write 2 by 10. So we will just double the numerator, that will be 4080, and then divide by 10. And when we do so, we will get 408.0. Means this option C is the correct. Means this 408, it is the average annual income of all the employees of that particular factory. So here, the annual income of Ramesh and Suresh is 38. This is average. Average annual income of Ramesh and Suresh is 3,800. So the total combined income of Ramesh and Suresh, the total combined income of Ramesh and Suresh, it will be 3,800 into 2, because this 3,800, it is the average income of Ramesh and Suresh. So what is this R plus S? This is the annual, this is the total income, total combined income. Okay, this is the total combined income. Where is this? Combined income of Ramesh and Suresh. And for Suresh and Pratap, the total combined income, it will be 4,800 into 2. And for Pratap and Ramesh, the total combined income will be 5,800 into 2. And we need the average income of all the three. So what we do, we add all these, so we get twice R plus S plus P. Why? Because this R and plus this R, then this S plus this S, and this P and this P. They are all twice. And this side we will have two common because this two can be taken common, and we have 3800 plus 4800 plus 5800. Okay. So this two, it can go off. And further what we need, actually, we need the average of these three. And what we have this is the sum, the combined income, or we can say this is the combined income of Ramesh, Suresh, and Pratap. This is the combined income of Ramesh, Suresh, and Pratap. To have their average income, we must divide this by 6. So 3 here, divide by 3. I repeat. So since there are 3 persons, to have the average salary, we must divide by 3, not by 6. Okay. So here divide by 3. So even here divide by 3. So what we will get, it will be 3, 4, and yeah, 4800. Okay. It will be 4800. Actually, there is another hint here. If you see, this is 3800 plus this more and plus this more. The same means the difference is same. Means 3800 plus 1000, 4800 plus 1000. Okay, so since difference is same, so here obviously 4800, this will be the average. Okay, why so? Actually, there is no need to divide by, means there is no need to go by this. Actually, the three terms are 3800, 4800, and 5800. So these are AP. These are in AP because the difference is of 1000. So obviously, the middle term will be the middle term. It will be the average term. Okay, so that's why 4800. So here the average price of three items of furniture is this much, and their prices are in this ratio. So the price of the cheapest item. So here the average, it is given to be 15,000. So here the average of the the average price of three items, it is given to be 15,000. And further, it is given that the prices are in this ratio. So we can assume let the prices be 3x, 5x, and 7x. The prices of the three items, we can assume that 3x, 5x, 7x. So what is this average? Obviously, it will be nothing but the sum of the prices, okay, and divide by the number of the items, which is 3. So sum, it is actually 3x plus 5x plus 7x. And what's the number 3? So this is actually 8 plus 3x plus 5, 8 plus 7. So it will come out to be 5x. So from here, what will be x? It will be 15,000 divided by 5. That is 3,000. So this is the value of x. So what is the cheapest item? It is 3x. So its price will be 3 into x. That will be 9,000. So I repeat that x is 3,000. So this is the cheapest item, 3x. So if you substitute x 3,000, so it will be the price of the cheapest. Obviously, the price of the costliest, it will be 7 into 3,000. That will come out to be 21,000. Similarly, we can find the average of this one. On a school's annual day, sweets were to be distributed among these many children, but on that particular day, 32 children were absent. So due to this, the remaining children got six sweets extra, means the remaining 80 students, because total 112 students were there and 32 were absent. So how many are remaining? 80. So all of these 80 students, they got 6 sweets extra. They got 6 sweets extra. So how many sweets did each child originally supposed to get? Means initially or originally, how many sweets each child was supposed to have? So here, total 480 sweets have been distributed among these among these 80 students. Total 480 sweets have been distributed among these extra. We can say these are 480 extra. Why extra? Extra because this we have that this six sweets each of these 80 students got. Now these 480 extra sweets they are due to what students? Due to these 32 students. Means these 32 students, they were supposed to have these 480 sweets. Okay, so it is simple thing that total 480 extra sweets were distributed among these 80 students. Okay, and so these 480 sweets, they were actually originally supposed to be distributed among these 32. Means originally these 32 students, okay, what will be the average sweets? It is 480 divided by 32. And if we divide this, so 32 1 and so obviously it will be 5 because it is 1 because if you see here all the options they are their second digit means the tens digit is not 1 so obviously it will be 15. Moreover we can verify that it is 15, okay, because 32 into 15 it is 480 means this option is correct means originally all the students they were supposed means these 32 also even the 80 students also, okay, so the all the 112 students they were originally supposed to have 15 sweets each, okay, because originally each and every student must have got the same number of sweets, okay, so whatever the number these 32 students have they were supposed to have all the 112 student children they were supposed to have the same number, okay.